And we are live. See how this drink I've made is.
Probably strong as hell like mine.
I bet your drink ain't even
Well, it's watered down now, but.
strong. What?
For real, guys.
Why am I watching it on my phone? Let's see. It's taking a little bit of time. The hell? What the fuck am I watching? It's somebody do you want to open in Facebook? Nigga, I am in Facebook. What the hell? Did I not tag myself? I'm so confused.
I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Something weird going on in North America. Okay, I did tag myself. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's going on, y'all.
Yeah,
And we ain't really been drinking. I was like, we've been drinking, but not really, though. I don't understand. I'm going to share this to all the groups, though. Heavy hearts, man. Heavy hearts.
indeed.
We lost a legend today, a living legend. Kobe Bean Bryant. It's rough out here, man. We're going to dedicate the whole show to Kobe. So we got a lot to talk about, but we're going to keep coming back to the Black Mamba. Off the no bullshit, man. This was a tough one.
It's a tragedy, no denying it.
It's like we keep losing motherfuckers, man. Like, god damn.
I know, I was just thinking that. It's crazy.
This thing called time kind of does that. It's crazy, but it's,
Yeah, but then none of them are dying of old age.
you're right.
It's on their time.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just circumstance. It's fucking life. It's crazy.
yeah.
If Kobe was 80, I still think I was too young. But if Kobe was 90, I'd be like, he's 90. What the fuck do you expect? It's 41. That's nothing to do with time.
Nobody dying in a helicopter is ever something that's going to be, oh, he lived a long, full life.
Right.
He'd have lived a little longer if the helicopter wouldn't have crashed too. Like it's all the way fucked up,
All the way, man.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Yeah, let's hit it. I'm not gonna start the show with the kickbackers scream. I'll do it when it's more appropriate in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to properly set the tone. We just found out a few hours ago that we lost one of our living legends, one of the greatest basketball players to ever do it. In my opinion, the second greatest shooting guard of all time, a top 5 NBA player of all time, league MVP, 2-time finals MVP, 11-time All-Star, I think I'm wrong on that. I think it's higher than 11. 9-time Defensive Player of the Year, 11-time first team All-NBA, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, an Oscar winner, father of 4, husband to Vanessa, Laker for life, 20 years, the highest scoring individual game we've ever seen on video because they didn't videotape Will Chamberlain's 100-point game.
Right.
So the highest scoring game that we have official record of belongs to this man, the one and only Kobe Bean Bryant, the Black Mamba. Did I do him justice there, JB?
I think you did, Nu, and the only thing that I could really reflect is just my own personal shock and my own personal sadness. You know what I'm saying? This is truly a tragedy. So I think a lot of the things that people are going to say and people have continuously said around the world may seem a little redundant, but it's kind of okay because we're all kind of feeling the same thing. Like, God damn, like, and he was, and people have said it in articles, like he was growing and developing into being this incredible Renaissance man, as he reached the golden, the more golden years of his life. And it's just a tragedy that we don't get to see his greatness transcend basketball even farther,
Yeah, and we're going to really take a deep dive into this because we lost Kobe and 8 other people, including his daughter Gianna Bryant, Gigi, 13-year-old. They were on their way to her basketball tournament. Rest in peace to Gianna and all of the members, and peace and love and condolences to the families of everyone involved. But let's introduce the show for people who don't know, and then we'll get back to our celebration of Kobe. And maybe I can turn it up a little bit. I feel like I haven't gotten all my sadness out, but at some point we're gonna do some celebrating Kobe. We
got to lighten it up a little bit because he gave us a lot of joyful moments.
Yeah, man. So JB, what's the name of the podcast?
It's a pod named Kickback. It's a pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome to a pod named Kickback, also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm No Breaks New, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Every shmud day, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's JB Frank. I'm that gangster geek representing NWA, Nerds with Attitude. Happy Shmonday, everybody.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Drea. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey. She jumped right in there, didn't she? Jumped right in there.
If you've been watching the show over the 8 years we've been doing it, only 2 years as a podcast. Over the last year or so, you've seen Drea pop in, pop out. She had the bunny. This is who had the bunny outfit on.
Right. From the Christmas story.
Yeah. If you were wondering. And she's been here while we're recording and just giving input and insight, helping out and playing cards and being loud.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, that was me.
But this is our little sis, Drea. This is family right here. And we wanted to make sure we brought her on the platform because she's doing a lot of things. Well, actually, before we move
Come on now.
any further forward?
Any further? Okay,
Any
sure.
further, maybe?
Any further? Thank you, F. I want to give you the opportunity to let them know what you're doing, what you have going on, and then we'll return back to our Kobe tribute. But I'd like for our audience, most people do the shout outs, and I do this at the end of the show, but I want them to know who you are before we get into the topics. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of go, okay, well, they can judge you and say, oh, that's why she thinks that. Oh, that's why she doesn't think that. Well, that's why I like her. Whatever. So tell them what you got going on.
All right, y'all. So my name is Drea. I go by Drea or Also Drea on Instagram. Also Drea on Snapchat as well. I sell lashes. I have a lash company. It's called Stacked. You can find me at stacked.com or shop.stacked on Instagram. I sell lashes, 3D lashes, 25-inch millimeter lashes, the big 3D mink things, And I also have some wigs coming soon, bundles and flat.
All right, JB, she got some wigs coming?
Yes.
You go ahead and get you one.
Wow.
Get you a Tyler Perry movie wig.
Shit. Oh my God.
So, let's see. So, you told them they can find you. You told them what you got. Mm-hmm. Boom. Drea, support everything she just said. Goddamn. We'll
Also Drea on Instagram.
Also Drea. We'll
Shop.Stacks on Instagram.
It'll be in the description, in the link in the bio and all that good shit. Mm-hmm. So, Kobe. Now I have F brought this up today, and I knew it, but I kind of forgotten it, and he put it in a way that made it resonate even more. Well, if you're here, what would you say?
Well, Kobe is the really the first player that I think we witnessed in our lifetime from start to finish, from the beginning to the end of his career. Yeah. And it was just an honor and a pleasure to see him just grow as a person, as a player. The things he did on the court were just remarkable, simply remarkable. Argument can be made that he was better than LeBron, better than everybody that we could possibly think of, quite frankly.
We've made that argument on this show several times.
It's been a heated debate.
It has been, and it's just something that you just can't deny. Watching him put up 81 points in that game. What was it? How many years ago?
Raptors.
Yeah,
it was
13, 14 years.
Yeah, something like that.
It was,
so the day was January 26.
14
so
years
it was
ago.
a day or two from now.
Right.
14 years ago. Yeah, exactly.
Just watching him play,
2006.
he just made the game fun to watch. And there aren't too many players out today that I can really say that about. Even LeBron. I mean, I don't really get excited to watch LeBron play.
Russell Westbrook is of that Kobe ilk. Not talent-wise, but you know he's going to give you his all the entire game.
Right.
And he's going to go 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And he's not going to cheat you.
Right. But Kobe was just elegant with the ball, man.
Yeah,
he was
a good way of
elegant. He was an elegant player. Like just his overall, just his motion. I mean, granted, he mimicked everything after Jordan, but so what? I think he mimicked everything after Jordan. And I think he put a little bit of just his own flavor on it. He was just fun to watch, man.
He mimicked everything after Jordan, and I'm going to say this.
I know what you're about to say.
He did everything better than Jordan.
I would agree. I would agree.
He said, Jordan dribble like this, I'm going to dribble a little bit better. Jordan shot the fadeaway like this, I'm going to shoot a little bit better. Jordan made these kind of threes, I'm going to make a little bit better threes. Jordan had this rebound assist, I'm going to do rebound more. Jordan had these amount of assists, I'm going to get more assists. Jordan scores 61 points in the game, I'm going to score 81. He did everything better than Jordan except win.
Yep.
But the man still had 5 rings.
I mean, you can't deny anything about Kobe's career. No.
You can't. They knock him because of the 3 rings he won with Shaq.
So what?
Right.
Jordan won with Pippen. So what?
He won 6 with Pippen.
I mean,
not.
Well, Kobe won 2 without Shaq, so Kobe won 5.
Right.
And Kobe went 5 and 7 in the NBA Finals. He went to more finals than Jordan. Jordan was 6-0 though. But another thing with the Jordan, I'm gonna say this way, so I say the dick sucking Jordan dick community.
Be careful, bro.
Yeah. I'm saying the people that be on Jordan,
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
what they do is they always say, well, Jordan was undefeated in the finals. He only went to 6. So that means the other 14, he played 14 seasons. The other 8, was that 8? Yeah, the other 8 years he didn't even make it to the finals.
Right.
LeBron made it to 9 finals.
Right.
Kobe made it to 7 finals.
Right.
And it's funny how you get penalized for losing in the finals, but not penalized for losing in the playoffs.
Right.
But I'm not even trying to go down that road. I'm just showing the Mamba some love. We've debated on the show whether or not LeBron had passed the Mamba. We did it at least 4 different years. The one year in Miami where Miami went off, I think the second season, me and JB were like, maybe LeBron passed Kobe. We got to see what he does in the next couple of years. And then
I remember
started losing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we took him back down.
And one thing to say about LeBron versus Kobe, I mean, LeBron jumped to how many teams to do that?
Yeah, he's been on
Kobe
one team twice.
Kobe stayed with one team and won those rings.
Yeah, and in LeBron's defense, I'll say Kobe had Phil Jackson. LeBron had JB.
Well, that's why. That's why one of the rings that he won. Shit, I'm a great strategist. What do you mean?
So I always side on the Kobe side. I think I'm about 51-49 on Kobe and LeBron. But I do think that LeBron's longevity, his high level of play, will maybe put him above Kobe eventually. Most people have this LeBron and Jordan. And it's so disrespectful to leave off the Black Mamba, and I always call him out for that shit too.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, I had this kind of love-hate relationship with Kobe early in his career because he was so amazingly talented. but he just seemed to be so self-centered with the basketball to me. And we talked about this earlier, everybody used to say that about Kobe. I used to say it about Kobe, and then he jumped out there.
About Jordan too.
Well,
you forget that part.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember that too, but then I remember how Kobe reacted the same way Jordan did. Oh, so I shoot too much? Watch me lead my team in assists and watch me start breaking assist records. Y'all can shut the fuck up now. And at that point, I kind of had to shut the fuck up. It was like, oh, okay.
Really quickly, Jeremy said that there's going to be a Kobe tribute during the Super Bowl.
Oh, I love that.
That's dope.
That's excellent.
That's
I love
dope.
that. Great field work, Jeremy. Good
Yeah,
job.
you know, I feel of course why the owners coming through. I'll say this. There was a time when I was saying Kobe was better than Jordan. There was like a year or two, and I was like, dog. But I might get blinded by the 6-0 as well. And there are certain times that I felt like Kobe let things happen on the court that Jordan wouldn't have. But I think Kobe's in that conversation for the best that I've ever seen. I can't do the Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, even the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar conversation because, just to be honest, I didn't see them. I started watching basketball right before Jordan started winning. I was a Pistons fan. They won 2 rings. I got really into basketball. Then Jordan came through, and the rest is history. So in 81, wasn't watching. 82, 83, just wasn't watching.
Right.
I started like around 87.
Right, and that's and that goes back to what I was saying about him being the first player that we actually watched from start to finish.
Yeah. Drea, I know you're not a big basketball fan, but I know you know who Kobe is, right?
I do.
As a non-basketball fan, I'm very curious to see, and as a woman, how has Kobe's death impacted you? Do you feel it like we feel it? Is it like, y'all guys are really hurt for no reason? Like, what do you feel?
I mean, I guess for me, my family, we still watch basketball, so that was my Jordan from my time frame.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I think what bothers me the most is how it happened and how it's going to affect his family. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I feel. And the fact that his daughter was in the helicopter as well.
That's
like,
just
imagine what his wife is going through right now.
And they just had a baby.
And she just had a baby.
Yeah, prayers for Vanessa, man. Right. My God. I don't know.
I mean, to have to lose your husband and your daughter tragically, instantly like that with no preparation. With it wasn't like he was sick. He wasn't battling a disease. He wasn't in the hospital. He was going to his daughter's game, if that's correct.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just another day. Like you just wake up and just by noon you've lost half your family and the leader of your family. I mean, that's just tragic. So heartfelt to her.
Yeah, we can't really look at the whole helicopter thing as like some crazy weirdness or whatever. We gotta understand that he took that helicopter all the time.
All the time. Like that was just a regular day. Like,
it's like a car accident
right.
for him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Which makes it even more
worse.
Tragic.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of look at it like, damn, this could happen to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. This could happen to anybody hopping in the car and going on a road trip for their kids' event or whatever. You kind of look at what we do with our kids.
Right. Every day.
Yeah, like it's scary. It makes you look at life a little different.
Absolutely. I mean, this morning I took my son to a soccer practice. You know what I mean? It's just like you just.
Cherish your family.
Definitely, man. We was on the phone with Shmi earlier. Like, I love you, nigga. We love you, nigga. We love you. I love you. I love you. Cause it's like, damn, man. Like, just going to your daughter's game and your Kobe. And last night, we were talking about Kobe anyway, because last night, or Saturday night, LeBron passed Kobe for third all time in scoring.
Yep.
So we were going to talk about the Kobe versus LeBron debate.
Right.
That was the whole sports today. And it's like, and I already had my argument prepared. Like, I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna tell them that Kobe is still better than LeBron. They're gonna be fucked up tomorrow. I'm gonna go viral. I'm gonna go viral. And this, man, this is not what the fuck I wanted to be talking about.
Right.
No.
Today was supposed to be the turn up.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a little sis on.
Right,
We gonna cut sports down a little bit. Sis don't watch sports that much. So we gonna talk about movies and Tyler Perry and relationships. And then this shit happens, and it's like, fuck.
Right.
I'm gonna make a statement. Thank you.
Right.
I'm gonna make a statement, and I want to see how y'all guys feel about it. I think you agree with me, but I'm gonna say it. Kobe Bryant is the second greatest shooting guard of all time.
No question.
No question.
Mm-hmm.
No
question. There's no debate there. Next.
Yeah, no question.
Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker I have ever seen play.
No, you've seen Magic Johnson play.
And I'm saying Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker I have ever seen play. With the exception of Kareem. When I saw Kareem, it was the end of the career.
Okay.
But I know Kareem is arguably the best player ever.
Yeah.
He got numbers that shit on Jordan.
I think it's because we saw more of Kobe than we did.
I would be willing
Magic
to
Johnson.
say that. Yeah.
Okay, well,
If
let's
we were
look
to
at...
watch Magic Johnson enter the league and play, and how he assisted the ball, how he no-look passed, how he just commanded his whole team, how he just owned the court.
Who's better, Magic or Jordan?
Jordan.
That's my point. Kobe was Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, Kobe was Jordan. Kobe wasn't kind of Jordan.
No, he was.
He was
like
Jordan.
you said a little bit. I think he may have been a little bit better than.
That's my point. So how you put Magic above him?
So that's a good point. I don't know.
I mean, that was his influence, though. So.
Right. And people don't want to give it to Kobe.
I think what it is for Magic Johnson is that he transformed the game. Magic Johnson came into the league and transformed the game from, just the kind of the
See, and this
the
is
way
where I
that
struggle.
the way that a ball handler, plays the game of basketball. I think that's really what Magic Johnson did. I think Kobe, and I don't think you really can compare the two. So
Well,
I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with you.
Okay, thank you.
In talking through it, I'm gonna agree with you on that.
JB?
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say, because Kobe, in my opinion, changed the game the same way
I agree.
Magic did. Like, all of that excuse the chauvinistic expression, but I used to call it like pussy ball, like that, like I'm gonna be cute and look pretty doing shit type of basketball, and if you play defense, you fouling. Like, niggas on the playground started trying to do that shit because Kobe used to do that shit.
But Kobe played defense and Kobe dunked on niggas.
Of course
Kobe was
he
like a
did.
bitch on the court.
Of course he wasn't. Of course
Okay,
he wasn't.
What you said implied that. That's what I'm correct.
No,
Okay,
you
so
talking Magic, I thought.
No. I was talking about the way Kobe played offense, the way he was elegant, and the way he was fluid. Like, other niggas tried to do that on the playground. They couldn't do it like Kobe did, so they would call foul. I'm not saying that they were being Kobe. I'm saying they were trying to be, and I'm saying that that's how I saw him change the game. I'm saying that I feel like his impact was just as great as Magic was. I mean, they've played in two different eras, so it's okay for both of them to have changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so what's your take, Kobe or Magic?
I think that Kobe was the greatest Laker. I was waffling a little bit, but I think that Kobe was the greatest Laker because, again, going back to the point of changing the game, yeah, Magic changed the game, but then Kobe later changed the game too. So it is what it is,
Yes, I convinced them both. I'm good at this. Drea, who do you think the greatest Laker was?
I'm gonna have to agree with you. That's all I know. When I think of the Lakers, I think of Kobe. I'm sorry, I don't think of anybody else. So that's just what it is.
Thank you. I'm
But I
glad.
have to agree with you on the era thing. I guess Magic and Kobe, they definitely played in two different eras. So yeah.
And nobody said Shaq. Thank you.
I was gonna say Shaq, but I was like, ooh.
Thank you.
Kevin Hart was like.
You can't really go there. No. The way he got fat and fucked up, like it did.
Damn.
Yeah, to me, Shaq was a great center and all, but
Shaq just was big.
He just was big. You can't be, you can't be but great if you like 7'2" and like 300 pounds. Like anybody can do with you.
Right, nothing. And the greatest center,
shoot a foul shot like successfully 3 times in a row, and I'll
the greatest center of Shaq's era was Hakeem Olajuwon.
I agree with that as well.
And Shaq might not be number 2, but we'll leave that for another day. This is Kobe's day.
Indeed.
Kobe, I know you would want us to say that your daughter Gianna was beautiful. She was extremely talented at the game of basketball. I am very confident you and Vanessa raised her correctly, and it is an utter fucking travesty that she didn't live to see her full potential. And I know you would want us to acknowledge her, acknowledge that she died playing the game she loved, which is the game you loved, which means she loved your daddy. And that we wish your other 3 daughters and your wife and your entire family and extended family our condolences and our prayers and our positive energy. And we will immortalize you on a pod name Kickback, like we did for Nipsey. I think we're going to end every show from now on with Mamba out, which is going to be in tribute to you. That's how important you were to the culture. That's how significant you were. And I said the culture, I mean hip hop culture, black culture. Because Kobe had a song up with Tyra Banks on the chorus. And he was rapping in Spanish or French or some shit. Italian.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's be clear. Kobe was a hip hop nigga too. Even though he was kind of bougie a little bit. But then he went through his shit. He got the only God could judge with Tupac tattoo. And he started wearing the gold chains. I was like, all right, Kobe, I smell you. And then him and Shaq squad stead beef, that was a great thing to watch.
Right.
If you've never seen, they take 2 people and sit them down and make them talk about their careers. They did it with Magic and Isaiah Thomas, my favorite player of all time, and they both cried because they hadn't spoken in like 20 years because they were upset with each other for different reasons. Like you and JB at that time. And then they had Shaq and Kobe sit together and talk, and they was like, we not gonna cry. We ain't crying like Magic and Isaiah, nigga. No, we not. We not gonna cry like them niggas did, nigga. And it was just great. If you haven't seen Shaq and Kobe do their, I don't know what the show is called, but they bring former teammates or rivals together and have them talk for like an hour about their careers and the things they went through. It was fucking, and who else was on? They did another.
Did they do like Jordan and Bird or somebody like that? Or am I thinking about a different show?
They did someone else. They did Shaq and Kobe. They did Isaiah and Magic. And they did something else a little more modern. I can't think of who, but it was like T-Mac and maybe Vince Carter because they're cousins. It was somebody else that was kind of modern. But it's a relatively new series. I think they do one a year. And I think it's only like 3 years in. But it's that was great. And let's give it up for Kobe and his career one time. I'm gonna clap and shit. Let's give it up for Kobe and end this on a positive note. God damn it. And Gianna.
Indeed.
And Gigi and her career. We give it up for them. We're gonna shift gears. This is gonna feel a little abrupt, but we gotta move past this.
Indeed.
And final thing. All of the NBA teams did a 24-second shot clock violation per each team to start the game because of Kobe's jersey number 24.
Right.
So the Wizards and the Hawks did it. The Raptors and the Spurs did it. Every team that played tonight did it. And the Knicks are playing the Lakers, and they did a special tribute.
Right.
God damn it, Kobe.
Imagine what they're going through. Some of them that watched Kobe play and
Yeah,
that was
played with him a couple of years.
Friends with
him.
him. Bradley Beal from the Wizards was in tears during the opening ceremony. Like they posted on Instagram, he was just in tears before the game started. They had video footage of LeBron getting off the plane to play against the Knicks and just broke down in tears with his wife. Just broke down, and it wasn't like he did for the camera. The camera, it was a faraway shot.
Right.
You only know it's LeBron because he's
Tall.
20 feet tall.
Right.
But you just see him in his wife's arms, just like convulsing, like, fuck. All right, man.
Then you're gonna play a game, feeling like that. Oh,
Awful.
Okay. We're gonna go into some totally mindless shit that I know is
I think it's
foul.
needed. It's needed.
Yeah, sometimes I wish we was a Joe Budden podcast so we could play Outstanding. Whenever they gotta do a hard story, something to really get you, they'll play the song Outstanding, and then everybody kind of, and then they go into other shit. We need something to make us. Okay, let me see. All right, goddammit, let's go. We're gonna have some fun now. My left stroke just went viral. Our viral story of the week is JB's ex-girlfriend Nicki Minaj and Drea's ex-boyfriend Meek Mill were spotted in a store. And Nicki was with her current husband, and allegedly Meek was walking over to kind of try to squash the beef and kind of speak. And as he's walking over, Nicki starts screaming and cussing. Her boyfriend starts cussing at Meek. And like, you better not walk over here. Nicki says, you put up with me, you gonna get shot. And Meek just like, chill. Like, I'm just coming to talk. They're like, don't come over here and do shit, motherfucker. And the boy, hey! You know what's so funny about that? Is Joe, whenever he puts... Hey! We do not own the rights to this music. I stop before they suspend us.
Yeah.
And take away our audio.
Yeah, please.
Shout out to Joe Budden Podcast. We didn't buy some shit. We borrowed it. Meek Mill.
Your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you. Hey!
Really?
Yes.
That's
really,
really
nigga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, lucky my heart is heavy because I will light y'all up right now. So anyway, Nicki and her husband go off on Meek. And you're a pussy. And I think the dude said, I'm going to talk to you, by yourself or something. And Meek was like, you don't get to talk to me one-on-one. Who the fuck are you? Or something like that. Like, you a pussy. Meek was like, you a pussy. And then it was over. I don't know what all that bullshit is about, all that yelling and fussing and screaming. It just seems to me like if I ran into my ex and her dude, I'm probably not going to speak. Or if I do speak, it's going to be something pleasant and something quick. I'm not doing a lot of drama. And if I'm with my girl and I see my ex, I'm not threatening her. She walks up to me. I'm not doing all that banging shit. It just seems tacky. And whenever I see something tacky in the media, it's usually Nicki Minaj attached to it. So I blame her for the shit. I'm all sick of Nicki shit.
She's just mad she lost the crown to Cardi, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Megan.
Well, Megan's coming up and taking that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's killing the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I look at them like, were they high? Like, were they on coke or something? Like, what's going on? Like, it just seems stupid to me. Like, why are you acting out in a store like that? Like Cat Williams said, like, yeah, like, nigga, why are you yelling? Like, we in a restaurant. What are y'all like? What are y'all doing? It's just bad, yo. Just like you said, Bama shit. No more to say.
Drea, you dated me for a while.
Wow.
Did he go into there trying to be confrontational?
Get out of here.
Or do you think Nicki overreacted?
Nicki overreacted.
Okay.
She was trying to show out, but I bet you she wouldn't have acted like that if her man wasn't with her. I think she was just showing out for her man, but that's just my opinion,
And that's why I say she still loved me. Because why even, if I run into an ex, I'm like, hey.
I'm not speaking.
Like, hey, I might speak or I'm not going to speak, but I'm not doing all that fucking drama.
I think there's some jealousy in there.
Remember
when she and Meek were together, remember Meek was going through all that stuff, and after they broke up, Meek just kind of took off. Like, Meek is in circles with the greats. I mean, you saw on Instagram, he's up there with Jay-Z and Kevin Hart.
And No Breaks New.
And you were watching it on Instagram.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there? I didn't see any pictures. You were
there.
I didn't know. I saw Khaled. I saw Jay. I saw Diddy. I saw
Who do you
Kevin.
think took all the pictures?
I saw Meek.
Who do you think took the pictures?
Wow. Oh, so you were the camera guy. You were that guy.
You know how I am.
You were that guy.
I do that when we together.
You were that guy. You were that guy at a party when somebody says, "Hey, can you take a picture of us?" And you're like, "Damn, I want to be in the picture, but okay."
Oh,
I do that when we together. I took all the pictures. That's how we had pictures. I'm the picture guy. So anyway, it's just Meek's girlfriend is pregnant. Meek's girlfriend has a popping business in Philly. He has a good one. As it appears, she's a solid woman that has her own, brings her own to the table. So he ain't thinking about no fucking Nicki. Nope. He probably was trying to squash him. Meek squashed all his beefs. Right. When he got out of jail, he squashed everything.
Yeah, and he's living that life. Yeah. And Nicki is trying to hold on to remnants of what she had.
That was the last little bit of bullshit he had left.
And if she thinks she's gonna bounce back from this one, her career is done.
No.
Her career's over. I mean, she just needs to.
This is just
there are a couple barbers who was like, this is proof that Meek loves Nicki. And I was like,
No.
What did he do that shows that? He walked to her.
To apologize or to squash the beef? I don't know.
Right. That doesn't show me, he proves to me that he loves her, but moving on, because we're not going to deal with this nigga with the hard ER shit much longer.
Thank you.
Mamba shit.
Hey!
Shout out to
This organization that F has been a part of for the last 50 years,
Oh.
the Grammys,
Wow.
because he is 50, right?
Oh my God. I said 45.
That's 45. Oh, yes.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
I found out yesterday that we've acknowledged that F is now 45.
Wow.
just like his Uncle Donald.
Wow.
45. But the Grammys are rigged. JB, you want to explain to them how they know the Grammys are rigged?
Yeah, so the chief executive officer for the Grammys, I forgot her name, so forgive me, kickbackers, but she leaked out there the fact that the Grammys have always been rigged, and it's always been this old boys network, and they're not really recognizing true artists for their shine. All of this stuff came out, and then they started saying that she was incompetent, that she led a poor workplace, that she had a bad work environment, that she yelled and screamed to her employees, this, that, and the third, after she started telling the truth about the Grammys new. Now she's in court with the Recording Academy in a civil suit for slander because they said all of this bullshit about her. They're trying to oust her. And she left. And the reason why she left at the end of the day is because she doesn't want to be a part of this crooked organization anymore.
We've always known the Grammys was full of shit, especially as far as it concerns hip hop, black people, R&B. And we protested, boycotted it. When Fresh Prince won the first ever Grammy for hip hop and boycotted because they wouldn't air it on TV. That was back in the 80s. We all started boycotting, and I only cut it back on when I see Jay-Z or Beyonce or Dave Chappelle won a Grammy with comedy album. Only times I really turn it on. However, well, Drea, before I go into my next point, what do you think about these happenings where the young lady has ousted the Grammys as being a old boys club and only doing things for the whites?
I think she kind of should have left quietly. I mean, everybody already knew. I feel like everybody already knew. So she could have just quietly removed herself from the situation. But
not blow it up, not make a big fuss, not make it stink.
Not make it stink. I mean, a lot of people I feel like put the Grammys and the Oscars together. So what are they gonna say about the Oscars? Is it rigged as well?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
I think we gotta call them fuckers out. Call them out.
I agree.
That's how I feel. Call these bitch ass niggas out. Fuck you. Fuck me and JB started doing the Sight and Sound Awards, our own award show. Because we was like, fuck the Oscars and fuck the Grammys. We will acknowledge our own people. We should do one this year. Yeah. We didn't do one last year.
No, we damn sure didn't. Let's do one this year, especially behind this bullshit. But it repeatedly happens every year, you know what I'm saying? We watch our artists, our musicians, our actors, our directors, our producers fail to get recognized for the culture-changing work that they do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm old enough to have watched this shit happen for decades now. I'm sick of it,
Because F45, but he's 75. So you know how that goes. But anything you want to add?
Man, I'm not talking to you right now.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, there we go. I do want to say that that Diddy gave a speech at Clive Davis's Grammy party where he was like, Grammys, y'all been shitting on us. We do a lot of work, take a lot of work to do these songs. And y'all have not been acknowledging and respecting hip-hop from the beginning. And you got 365 days to get it right. And I am 100% with a boycott because I'm already boycotting the Grammys. I'm recording it tonight. I'm going to watch it tonight because I want to see if it's going to be a chain reaction where everybody speaks. Because Diddy said what he said, then Jay-Z said what he said afterwards, echoing the sentiments. So I want to see if anybody else speaks out tonight and if any pressure is going to be put on the Grammys. I think Diddy might have put a battery in everybody back. And I think whoever wins may acknowledge some of the people who didn't win, and it might be some interesting shit. So I wanted to make sure I saw it and make sure I see if they did any tributes to Kobe. But that's pretty much that for the Grammys. And our what the fuck story of the week.
Yeah, this is a big what the fuck too, dude. Like
F's childhood sleepover buddy, Orlando Brown.
Wow.
what?
Wow.
No, he wasn't that. No.
What? Shit.
Hey Nicole, happy Asian New Year, I believe.
Yeah, she's Vietnamese, right? So
Is it Vietnamese New Year? I think it's
I'm
Asian New Year.
guessing.
Let me check my text. Let me make sure. It's Lunar New Year's Eve, and it is. I think it's the Lunar New Year's Eve, which is the Asian New Year. So happy Lunar New Year's Eve, sis. Hope y'all turned up. I'm working on it. But so our what the fuck story of the day. F's elementary school sleepover buddy Orlando Brown went on the internet and did a whole lot of talking about random shit, which he normally does because we think he's a little touched.
Just a little
And he mentioned that Nick Cannon sucked his dick.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he used to do it all the time when they were on, I don't know, whatever. It was just fucking weird. And Nick was like, poor guy. Poor guy.
We need to really get him help because he has a history of doing this, and now it's like I'm not gonna be mad at him, I'm not gonna attack him, but like we know something's wrong.
Right.
Kinda how like when we always be like what's going on with F? Like something wrong. It's like a similar thing.
Interesting. Because, I mean, Nick started out like, wow, this shit is hilarious. Like, it's a great joke. And he was like, wait, he's
serious.
He's serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's definitely a what the fuck dude. Like, what the fuck? I mean,
Reach out, put your arms around Orlando Anderson. Fuck Orlando Anderson.
Right.
Orlando Brown, excuse
Yeah.
me. Orlando Anderson is the nigga that killed Tupac. When you riding the hill. But moving on.
Tell me how you really feel, man.
That's how I really feel. Oh, and just really quickly, Delonte West. We didn't talk about this, but Delonte West was videotaped getting beat up in the middle of the street in I think it was California. Former NBA player, the one that's, I won't say what he's alleged doing, but he was LeBron's former teammate, and there was some allegations against him and people in the LeBron's family. I'll leave it at that. He's out of the league. He's from DC, and he was videotaped getting the shit beat out of him in the middle of the road. Mm-hmm. The police cuffed him and videotaped him talking incoherently because he was just high on some shit. And the whole NBA community is worried, like, we got to get this guy some help. And the NBA has volunteered to put him in any kind of rehabilitation facility at no cost. And now his family is saying he's disappeared.
Oh no.
So it's just, he's not even 40. It's a young dude. He had like an 8-9 year career in the NBA and just went down the wrong path with drugs and shit. And positive energy out to you. Hope they find you, and I hope you're able to receive the help that the NBA is offering. Speaking of people who need help, I'm off topic, but Antonio Brown, he just got arrested or was charged with beating someone up, and then he was arrested. He now has an ankle monitor. I don't know if he has CTE, but he got something.
That's actually a really interesting point, New, because I've been trying to figure that shit out for a while now, and the CTE thing is a real.
Mel said she went to high school with Delonte West, and he's bipolar.
Lord.
Mental health, ladies and gents,
Well,
very important.
Well, there you
Absolutely.
go. There you go.
Absolutely.
What up, Mel? I see you tuned in. Shit. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
And Antonio Brown is now on house arrest. And maybe that's the best thing that ever happened to him.
It probably is.
Because he was spiraling out of control. Like, it was getting bad. He was out here looking like JB sometimes. And I'm like, yo.
Really?
Chill.
Looking like JB. Really, nigga?
Wow.
that CTE shit you brought up is very, very real though, because even if they're gonna put him in house arrest, I just pray that they have somebody keeping an eye on him, because that CTE thing, we've seen that spiral out of control very, very quickly with other players. You know, they kind of get under house arrest or they get arrested. The shit hits the fan, things spiral out of control, and then somebody winds up killing themselves. You know, and I just, you know, I don't want any of that to happen to him. I want them to get the help that he needs, and for the people to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, with CTE, you don't know until they're dead. That's the fucked up part.
Right.
You can't test for it.
Exactly.
You can only check their brain once they die, and then go, oh, you had CTE.
Sorry.
Drea, there's a lot of sports related shit, but it's a lot of people who are going through a lot of mental illness and suffering and acting out and being menaces to society. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I feel like these are, a cry for help for a lot of these things, and I think you need to look after your people, look after your friends. If they, feel like they need a shoulder to lean on, and you hear them talking some crazy things, look out for your people. Be that ear, that shoulder that they need. If you notice any patterns, say something about it. I feel like it's very important, because a lot of people don't know when there's issues going on with themselves, so, yeah.
And Drea, as your big brother, man, I've noticed some things with you. And I'm just saying, if you need to talk,
oh, God.
I'm here. I just want you to know I'm here.
This guy. I'm gonna interject real quick, because the Wizards need somebody to talk to them or help them.
Yeah,
they're getting dog shit.
By the Hawks, the worst team in the East. But I will give.
The Wizards are the worst team in the East.
I'll shoot the Wizards some bail. We had a shit ton of injuries, and John Wall isn't even gonna play this season. And we have been playing quite well we've been very scrappy. And the whole league is like, yo, the Wizards be playing. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Not today.
And not today. But that white dude, Davis Bertans, he's like leading the league in 3-point shooting. And young boy Troy Brown is a beast too. And Bradley Beal is going to be an all-star. And we're sorry, but the Hawks are the sorriest team in the East. So this is fucked up. It's fucked up. And Dion hit me today, like, asking me about the game.
Yeah.
I was like, doing a podcast. So, a guy Drea used to date back in the day.
Wow.
He keeps doing this shit.
He's deaf, he couldn't hear, so she used to do sign language with him all the time. He is suing Pornhub for not having closed caption. Drea, what's up with your ex?
He needs to learn how to work his TV and his remote control. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Because Pornhub does have closed captions.
Yes, they do.
It actually does.
A little CC button.
Now that I'm
Speaking from personal experience, I'm sure you're the authority.
Well, I'm going to speak from personal experience. They have a CC button. I'm going to go ahead and just say it. They have a little CC button right there. Like, I don't know why the fuck you need to hear what the fuck they saying, but
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
how do you translate?
I guess
Usually,
you read the caption. Ooh, baby. Like,
you know, I want to watch the caption to see if it captures the noises. Like, squirt, squirt, macaroni and cheese, macaroni and cheese.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what kind of clothes caption?
Yeah, I mean, this is another mentally ill person, though, guys, because he's also suing Fox News and TMZ for not providing subtitles.
That might not be Drea X. That might be Jamie's little brother. That's some Jamie shit. Suing everybody and shit.
Nah, I don't be suing people.
Well, I hope he wins. I hope he wins.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I told you that's an X, Jamie. She sure Nicki Minaj. I seen that fast meet yet.
I'm just saying.
It's just
all right.
Weirdest
give that man his
and
money.
JB, you know what it is? People who are deaf sometimes they mute and they communicate like this. Girls like all that.
How are you doing this? We just finished talking about mental health.
Right.
And you over
Okay, all right. So moving on. Our Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award.
Yeah.
And we got quite a few this week.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. The first award goes to my college sweetheart. I'll do myself this time. My college sweetheart,
Of course he
Hillary
takes it.
Clinton.
Wow.
So Hillary is on the fuck Bernie bandwagon, and she's still on it, and she's acting just as bitter as she was when I broke up with her in 1945.
Right. So how old does that make you?
Hey, we're not talking about age right now.
It makes him what?
We're not talking about age. We're not doing that. That's not what we're doing.
High school sweetheart.
High school sweet 1945. Yeah.
Hey man, so back to Hillary.
Makes you 92.
Hey, I look.
You look good.
I feel like you remember The Wire? When what's the girl on The Wire named Snoop? When Mike was about to kill her, she was like, "How my head look, Mike?" That's how I feel like. Fuck it, I'm gonna die. How my head look, Mike? Do anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
She's never seen
You never seen The Wire? Hold up.
Oh my
You're the
God.
one that made me watch The Wire.
I know.
How can you make her watch The Wire?
Bro.
It's a lot to
I
do.
just started watching Game of Thrones
Lots to catch
now.
up on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she just started Game of Thrones.
Right.
So The Wire has to be next.
Yeah.
Those are the two greatest shows in the history of TV, The Wire and Game of Thrones. So once you finish Game of Thrones,
Yep.
Wire. What was that?
Hillary.
So I just think it's bad timing. I mean, you're not in the election this year. It's over.
Stop being so bitter.
I think she's trying to tune up another candidate.
No.
Biden? What she doing for Biden?
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. I thought you said she's trying to. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think she's trying to line up.
Hey, wait a minute.
Biden
Hold
or
up.
Warren.
Mel, you will cut the shit. Come on, we all know New is really 85.
Yeah. Yeah, Mel.
Cut her mic on, JB. Cut her keyboard off. Cut her keyboard off. I'm answering us through Facebook. And if you guys want to watch us on Facebook when we do the show live, you can watch us by going to a Pod Name Kickback page on Facebook. Or my page or any page. But we do have a Pod Name Kickback Facebook group and a Pod Name Kickback Facebook page at a Pod Name Kickback. And you can watch it live Sunday nights at 6. But anyway, Hillary needs to get it together.
Yeah.
And she needs to stop listening to Mel because that's why she's doing this shit. Moving on, JB's F's old poker buddy.
Thank you.
F play poker.
Thank you.
Donald Trump.
Wow.
45, because you 45 and he president 45. So Donald Trump threatens California for forcing insurers to cover abortion. And Trump does not want abortion covered because of the fear of the black planet. White people don't want white people to be able to have abortions anymore. They're going to force them to have kids to keep the country from becoming minority majority.
Colorful.
Get colorful. Fear of a black planet or a brown planet. Actually, I'm gonna throw this to you, F, because you made an interesting point when we talked about it earlier.
What's that?
With Trump trying to do sanctions against California, cutting them off.
I mean,
from receiving payment.
we were going back. JB and I were going back and forth. Again, it's a perfect example of abuse of power. He just cannot do that. The same way that he just cannot, cut funding to Ukraine for his own personal gain. He can't just decide to cut funding to California just because they're doing something he doesn't like. There are steps that are involved through, Congress, through just all types of appropriations that have to be done before it's done legally.
Trump treat the world like he's the world's sugar daddy.
Well,
If you don't do what I say, I'm cut. You going back to the strip club.
Cutting you off.
Trump act like Stevie J with Jocelyn.
Wow.
If you don't do what I say, back to the strip club.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
Trump is like Stevie J. He's Donnie J.
Wow.
If you don't do what I say, back to the strip club Ukraine, back to the strip club California.
You're right.
Yeah, it don't really work that way. This is just yet another fucked up, stupid ass thing that he's doing, and it's kind of hard to get past this kind of shit at this point. Like, he's just a foul human being. The scary part though, kickbackers, is that don't believe that during the 1930s and shit, when Hitler was rising to power, there weren't motherfuckers like us sitting around tables or trying to get on the radio or trying to get meetings together saying, this motherfucker is foul, you have to stop him. Like, don't think that we're not on the slope to demagoguery, because we are.
Right.
Like, if you keep ignoring this motherfucker, he's gonna keep getting
and
away
what
with
makes
shit.
it worse is that everybody was really hoping that the Republican Senate was going to, have I guess their moral test and side on the air of being good humans, and they are riding with this guy, and it is just amazing to me. So as far as the impeachment is concerned,
laughable.
He's
laughable.
It's Stockholm
So
syndrome.
it comes down to this election. People, get out and vote.
Vote, vote, vote.
Enough said.
And if you do enough voting locally, Trump being in office won't even fucking matter. But still vote against his ass, as I've been telling y'all for the last 4 years. But moving on, our final Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award. We have an award called the Donald Trump Shut Up Stupid Award. And that's our president.
Mm-hmm.
This shit might be illegal.
Nah, he might want it to be, but it ain't, and that's the point.
He can cut off support to us. I'm
really feeling the pain for that. Really feeling the pain for that. You've already tried to take care of my Medicare and make me pay, my health care and make me pay more taxes. What's next? Like, I'm ready. Whatever.
Right.
Just get rid of this motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Careful. We did not mean it that way.
Nah, yeah, I don't need
it that way.
I don't need it. I did not mean that.
The views expressed by Jamie Franklin.
I am not affiliated.
Right.
I'm off camera for a reason.
All right, so let's get into something positive. And since we're getting into something positive after all the negative that we had to deal with today, it is finally time for me to greet you with love, which is what I try to do every week. But I wanted to be solemn, and I wanted to,
Sorry, I was trying to queue up that band. It didn't work.
Let me. I will greet you.
See, it's stroke fault. You talk too much.
JB said something. You cut out my song. So let's do it one quick time. For all of our followers, lovers, and friends and supporters and Patreon account holders. Kickbackers! Our Nipsey Hussle Award goes to 2 people. Actually, I'm making 3, because that's how I'm feeling. The first will be Maya Moore, WNBA player, one of the greats, potentially one of the greatest ever, who sat out last season because she felt like a man was wrongfully convicted, and she wanted him to get out of prison, and she wanted attention brought to it. And she felt the best way to do that was to sit out the NBA season in protest and to let everybody know what she was standing on. The man is 39-year-old Jonathan Irons. He's serving a 50-year prison sentence for conviction of burglary and assault of a man in his home with a weapon. You heard me right? I'll say it again in case you think you missed it. The man is 39-year-old Jonathan Irons, who is serving a 50-year prison sentence for a conviction of burglary and assault of a man in his home with a weapon. Moore met Irons in 2017 when she visited the Jefferson City Correctional Center, where he's an inmate. She went on to say, I'm in a really good place right now with my life, and I don't want to change anything. Basketball has not been foremost in my mind. I've been able to rest and connect with the people around me, actually be in their presence after all of these years on the road, and I've been able to be there for Jonathan and no breaks new. And that was a statement from Maya Moore, and we support you, Maya.
Okay, you slipped that in there, though.
Yeah, he's something.
You're pretty good, dude.
That's what she said. So, shout out to Maya Moore. I applaud you in your efforts. Anything you guys want to add?
Yeah, I mean, I just want her to win that fight because she is fighting. Like, she's actually actively working for that, working to get that guy another trial and appeal. And I just hope she wins. I hope they win. That's all I can say.
Anything, Drea?
Yeah, all heroes don't have to wear capes, you know?
Hey! Because I don't wear capes.
Well said.
So I'm glad you said that. Acknowledge me. No capes. I don't be caping.
That's from
You
the
don't
movie.
be capping, you mean?
No cap.
He is the king.
I don't be capping.
He's the king.
No cap. No, you have on a cap. You a cap up.
Kappa, the capitalist.
Wow.
Our second Missy Hustle Award winner is Coco Golf, 15-year-old African American young lady who beat Naomi Osaka, who's 50% African American, kind of like you, F. So, shout out to. Keep bringing that shit up when we was kids. It's the same shit since we was kids. So I feel bad for Naomi, but congrats to Coco, because Serena lost early. So now Naomi's gone. So now we all got to root for Coco.
Yep.
I'm in love with the Coco.
Oh, Lord.
I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah.
And our final Nipsey Hussle Award is going to the man we dedicated this show to, the one and only Black Mamba, Kobe Bean Bryant, for excellence and achievement in the sport of basketball, for his Oscar in filmmaking, for having 4 amazing daughters, a lovely wife, and one of those daughters is now going to be an angel with him. Rest in peace, Gianna. And I want to keep saying that because I know the kind of man Kobe was. He would want his daughter to get all the recognition and all the praise that he would bestow upon her. So Gigi, we are very sad that we didn't get to see you going to a woman and going to an excellent WNBA player. Who knows? Maybe you would have been the first woman to play in the NBA. Who the hell knows? Although the WNBA has made some changes, and I'll mention this very quickly, women get maternity leave now. You make at least $100,000 a year, so you don't have to have a part-time job as a professional athlete. And the top players can make millions in endorsements and millions in contract money. And the WNBA has taken a lot of steps forward. They have more steps to take. But based on what the WNBA generates and what they're now giving to the players, hats off to them.
Yeah.
Hats off to them.
It's about time. It's about time.
All right, our Netflix and chill segment, I want to go through this quickly. But Drea, I do want to give you the opportunity before we go on our rapid fire, the opportunity to speak on the movie Fall from Grace.
Oh, that movie was so good.
Tell us
That
about it.
crazy twist at the end.
Don't tell them the twist at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, no spoiler alert, please. No spoiler alert.
I mean, what else can I say? It was really good. Some people, I've heard some good things about it, like people liked it, but I definitely think there was like an age difference for it. Like a lot of the older people that I've spoke to, like at work and things like that, they had a lot of good things to say about it, but my generation, a little bit younger, I enjoyed it personally, but they didn't enjoy it. They thought it was dumb, so that's just my take on it. I think the woman, she could have made some better decisions, but she was very vulnerable, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it was a classic Tyler Perry movie.
Those
one
wigs.
of his better films, I will say. The plot was really, really good up until the end, where I think it was kind of like, okay, you're doing too much. But overall, it was a good movie.
What would you rank it? 'Cause the only Tyler Perry movies I've seen Why Did I Get Married, Why Did I Get Married 2, and Daddy's Little Girl. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies.
Better than those.
What?
Better
No,
than
no.
Why Did I Get Married?
No.
Wow,
I
that's
can't
saying
say
a lot.
that. I can't say that.
Are you
Diary
sure?
of a Mad Black Woman?
I never
No.
even saw that.
I mean, Diary of
No.
I never even saw that.
I mean, that was a classic. The Diary of the Mad Black Woman.
That was a classic?
from him.
For him.
For
in his
him.
movies.
I've never seen it.
Okay, well then you can't speak on it.
That's why I'm asking you a question.
You're like, Fred, you're a classic. For him, yes. It was one of his classics.
Hey, yo, bitch. That's number 3.
Yelling.
So,
I think it was good, but I don't think it was on the caliber of those other movies. I mean, you can add it to your collection, and I would definitely still watch it.
it
But
wasn't as good as those. I hope
those wigs. Oh
yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
the thing. Like the hair
The wigs,
pieces on those
the
things.
hair
I heard it
really
was bad.
threw me off.
Yeah.
I heard it was bad. And actually, Brittany, who was on a couple weeks ago, has tasked me with the challenge of watching this movie and giving her my opinion. And I've been avoiding it because I don't like Tyler Perry. No, I like what he's done, and I applaud him for the studio he built, and I'm a fan of him as a person and what he's doing in black film. I just don't particularly enjoy his shit.
I couldn't agree more with you.
So it's kind of like a catch-22. I did watch Why Did I Get Married? I bought Why Did I Get Married? So that I gave him my money. But I don't really want to see no Tyler Perry fucking movies. The thought of Medea disgusted me. I've never seen a Medea movie.
Oh man.
Just the very thought that she
funny.
existed disgusted me.
I
I'm not a fan of men wearing dresses and acting like women. I'm from a different era in time where we didn't do shit like that.
Oh, slow down. But again, this goes back to, the whole discussion about, black male actors in Hollywood at some point being emasculated in some degree, being in drag. I mean, if you think about it, Will Smith did it.
When did Will Smith do it?
He didn't do it in drag, but he played, I guess, in 5 Degrees of Separation. He played
Six Degrees of Separation.
6 Degrees of Separation. Then you also had Wesley Snipes. He was in drag. He was in drag.
I didn't like it.
I'm agreeing. Eddie Murphy.
With the clumps.
Yep.
Did y'all watch that?
Martin Lawrence.
But Eddie and Martin is different. Eddie played like 5 characters. Martin played like 8 characters. One of those characters happened to be women. I look at that totally different.
It is, but it's not.
I do. Well, as far as Shanae, I do. Now, Big Mama's House, that's the same to me.
That's what I'm talking about.
But as far as on a Martin show, he played like 8 characters.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking
One of
about.
those.
I
Big Mama's
talking
House.
about.
I'm not a big fan of that. Even me and Mom was in it, so I need hey boo. But I'm just not a fan of
Like
this
the
shit.
first one. I don't know about the other ones.
How many other
who else?
thought there was three.
Arsenio
Like 2
Hall.
or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Arsenio Hall too. In America,
that one little scene isn't the same thing as having to play a woman to advance your career, because that was their movie. That was Eddie's movie. So I don't look at it the same. When you're forced to play a woman role, that's the emasculation of the black man.
And also too, Bing Rames. Bing Rames did it too.
I ain't like that, but he did it.
Wayans Brothers, the
Wayans.
White Chicks, and that was a really big movie.
Look,
So what I'm saying
White
is,
Chicks was their movie and they chose to do it. When it's yours and you choose to do it, I feel differently than when the Hollywood studios make it a condition upon your success.
well,
where are your facts? That's what I want to know.
What facts do I need?
I
who's
think
getting
that-
this information?
Well, I think
I put it like, I don't think that I don't know if it goes to the whole thing of Hollywood makeup, because when Wesley Snipes did Too Long Fruit, Wesley Snipes wasn't forced to do that movie. He already had a huge career before that. Same way with Martin. Same way with Eddie. Same way with a lot of these black actors that are playing drag roles. They're not being forced to do that. It's just something that I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
That's my point.
But you got all these prolific black actors doing drag movies.
Not all these.
People just want to
I
play.
named 7 of them.
They're not prolific black
Speaking
actors.
to the mic.
Sorry.
They're not prolific black actors. Everybody you name. Tyler Perry is not a prolific black actor. He's not.
Okay, so we're talking about Eddie Murphy.
Wesley Snipes isn't a prolific black actor.
Wesley Snipes owned the 90s. What are you talking about?
Wesley Snipes,
He owned the 90s.
no.
Okay.
He was never considered like Will Smith was considered. He was never considered top of the game. He didn't own the 90s.
Are you kidding me? He
White
was
Man
the
King's
action hero of the 90s. Blade, freaking, come on.
He really was.
Okay.
New Jack City?
Three
come
Blades,
on, man.
Yeah.
Stop.
All of
New
that.
York City was the 80s.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was 91.
Yeah, it
Okay,
really
well,
was.
it was really 80-12.
I'm like murder at 1600.
Hey, thank you.
Black
Come on.
Rain.
We were on set for Murder at 1600. Take tickets on set for that movie.
Yeah.
We actually met Wesley that day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Down by the monument.
Yep.
That was my first time, not my first time. I've been on Teen Summer meeting a bunch. I met Tupac and everybody else. But I didn't know how to respond to Wesley. You know what I said to him?
What'd you say, man? Oh, God.
I thought I was saying something good, but after I was done, I was like, that was so stupid. I just say that. She was like, hey, Wesley, this JB, this, I was like, hey, Wesley, man, I love your movies and I'm proud of you.
Wow.
What?
And Wesley was like, right. Okay. Yeah.
For some reason, I wanted to express to him how good I felt about his career and success, and I just felt like I should tell him I'm proud of him. I didn't know what else to say. And I've always thought about that. This happened in like 1994.
It really did.
93 or something.
It was.
And I didn't know what else to say.
96.
96. It was one of the years.
Because it was when I took a year off from school. That's why I was there.
Okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm proud of you. And I was like, what did I say? I have a few moments like that, but I'm like, why did I say that?
They happen often, actually. We wanted that all.
You're having one right now.
We wanted that all the time.
But I mean, y'all kind of opened up a Pandora's box with this whole emasculating of black men in film and all of that.
Let's close it.
Yeah, that might be a good topic for another day.
Yeah. The Circle. The Circle is a reality show on this is our Netflix and Chill segment. It's a reality show on Netflix. They've done every episode so you can binge it. Where they initially started with, I believe, 6 strangers in an apartment, 8 strangers in an apartment building in different apartments. And they communicate online. Right. They communicate online. They can't see each other. They only see the pictures that they post. And some of them post realistic pictures. Some of them are catfishes. Some of them act their true personality. Some of them act differently online. And they judge it. Everything's judged based on what you do online. So it's almost like social media in real life. When these people never see each other in person, so they don't know what each other looks like or anything or who the person really is. And you're judged, the competition is who everybody likes. So at the end of every episode, you have to vote for your most favorite to your least favorite based on what you think is authenticity, how funny they are, how good their pictures look, blah, blah, blah. And you find out that you're voting for some people who have beautiful pictures, and it's just because of that. And some people you think is a girl, they're really a guy. Some people you think is a guy, is really a girl. Some people you think are slim and svelte in a shape like me, but then you see they fat like JB. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and I like it. I know I told you to watch it, Drea. What you think?
Yes, I like it. It's so good. It's really, really. It's a little bit complicating, I think. The show has got a lot going on, but
yeah.
I mean, after you get through that first and second episode, you're rolling, so it's good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and at the end of it, I was like, oh, and I don't do that. I don't say, oh, very often.
I was about to say,
I don't do that very often. But it was one of those, and it was good, man. It was good. And a couple of girls told me to watch it, and I gotta watch when ladies tell me to watch shows. I'm like, but I actually really did like it. JB, you should watch The Circle. It's worth a watch. There's a character that reminds me just of you. Named Shuby.
What?
Oh, why do you do him like that?
I don't even know what he's talking about, so I don't even know that.
JB's a cool
guy.
guy.
He was the realest one.
JB, that's what I'm saying.
Compliment, but I mean,
it is a compliment. Like that was not a bad
thing. Oh,
thing.
he's a nerd too.
Well, Shuby was a nerd.
Okay.
And he hated social media.
And he hated.
And never got online.
Okay.
And his.
But everybody loved him.
But everybody loved him.
Yeah, that okay.
So when I see that was bad.
You ain't say. I mean, I'm like, okay.
I'm just saying, like you made it like it was a shot.
I know because
it's not a shot. He reminded me of JB. Every description I gave JB was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, and I would be Joey, and he would be Shuby.
Oh, Joey.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
You gotta watch it, JB. You gotta watch it.
Check it out.
There's a black news channel that's coming next month.
Absolutely.
It's a twist to it because there's a black Republican who started it, right, JB?
Yeah, J.C. Watts, the Republican. I guess he was a congressman from Maryland. J.C. Watts was a congressman in Maryland, right?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I remember him from. This was back in the day, but yeah, they pumped a bunch of money into this black news channel, and they wanted to be like like a black CNN. You know what I'm saying?
They want to be us.
Yeah,
they don't find dick.
Serious.
Well, actually, no, stay on.
Whoa, yeah, no, you ain't just talking with this.
Pause,
Yeah.
but I get it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch. I mean, that should be something, that should speak to me. I watch regular news, so I'm definitely watching that.
You gotta see what channels it come on.
Yeah,
what channels it'll be available on.
Now,
not what channel, what do you call
network?
It? What companies? What subscribers?
What network?
What cable companies? Yeah, it'll be available on. Drea, would you watch it?
Yeah, I think I would watch it.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot of TV though, guys.
What do you do? Music,
watch,
podcasts.
What?
I don't know.
I'm doing a little bit of everything now.
Okay.
As long as I'm selling these lashes and these wigs and these sweaters.
And where can they get them at?
Stack
Whoa,
dot
what's
shop.
good?
Shop dot stack. I'm sorry.
Shimmy
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
What? Shimmy Bebop.
Hey, yo, bitch!
Yeah, but it's shop dot stacks, y'all. Shop dot stacks. I got lashes for days, baby. Okay.
That's right. I'm gonna get some eyelashes on my balls.
What?
Wow.
I'm gonna get some. I order some.
Really didn't want to hear that.
Yeah,
You know how they apply those things? Like, it's bad.
I want to buy some. Cause I Botoxed my balls a couple weeks ago.
What?
So I got some
Why
Botox.
can we not talk
So I can put some.
Why are we talking about this?
All right. Well, so moving on.
Let's move on.
So Power last week, and not Sunday night's episode. You'll see this on Monday, most of you. Not this week, last week. So we're doing 7 days ago, everybody. Don't get scared and turn it off. We're talking about the Tommy episode from last week. One of my favorite episodes of Power this decade, man.
Yes, it was so good.
Over the last 10 years, this is one of my favorite episodes.
That's such a corny thing every time you say it. Yeah.
But I make myself laugh every time I do it.
You used to say that shit about me. You be like, AJB, you the only nigga I know who tell a joke and nobody else laugh. And you still laugh your ass off. That's what you're doing right now. Anyway, go ahead.
It's very pleasurable.
It is.
It's like masturbating.
It is. It's enjoyable.
So last week's episode with Tommy was very telling and touched me. Pause. Because it talked about Tommy's perspective on what Ghost did. We thought Ghost did to him. It showed him realizing that Ghost didn't really do all of that shit. Mm-hmm. It showed him realizing they're brothers and he needed to help Ghost and save Ghost. And he went to Tariq and Tariq was like, fuck you, Uncle Tommy. I'm not getting in the middle of that shit. If Ghost gonna die, he gonna die. And it showed Tommy being like, I'm not gonna let my brother die. And when he finally got to Ghost, it was after he had been shot, of course. Mm-hmm. And they had that goodbye.
That shit was, oh man,
that was powerful. It looked like JBF down there. I was like, God damn, this shit's so real. It touched me, and I learned a little bit. And based on that, I had said before, someone Ghost got shot, who I thought did it, and I thought it was two people working together. Now I don't know if they're working together, but I still think those two people are involved. And it cemented my theory. I won't give my theory because my theory might be right, and I don't want to ruin it. So I give my theory because it's my theory.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, hold on.
I'm trying to think. Well, how am I gonna get credit for it?
Only because you've already seen this latest one for tonight. So.
But I had my mind made up 2-3 episodes ago.
Well, how about you just not do it?
That's what I'm thinking because I'm like,
why don't you do it like right before the last episode pops or whatever, so you can still get credit for it?
So that would be next week. The nigga be like, you ruined it, but I would have seen it before everybody else. You gotta trust me. I'll give my thoughts in 2 weeks after everybody sees the final episode. I'll tell y'all what I think.
How about you memorialize it? Write it down on camera right now.
Well, I've done it on Facebook. It's on Facebook.
Then you already got it.
You already told everybody.
You already have
okay, cool. So go to my Facebook page.
I don't know.
Now to the mom.
I be wondering about him sometimes.
Don't be wondering about me. Pause.
I had to hit him with the Peter Dinklage shit.
So, Drea, what did you think about the Tommy episode? I mean, I thought, the last scene when him and Ghost was talking.
Man, that was so heartfelt. Like,
really
bro, when he would have come, what the fuck? And Ghost like, let it go.
Just let it go.
I argue with everybody about when they said let it go or let her go. I argue with everybody for like 2 weeks. Closed caption and me say let it go.
Let it go.
But a lot of people say he said let her go.
Nah, because what people would think it was Tasha.
If it was Ramona, and I'm so sick of that theory. That theory that she's Cherry Silver's sister, because they killed him. I think
Why
50 leaked it.
Where did they get
I
that
think
from?
50 put that out there. Because it's nowhere, like,
That's just so random. That's just so damn random.
It's random.
Yeah. What people? I don't know.
I
guess
Tyreek. But
I think Tariq.
I think Tariq, but I think that Tasha was in on it.
Oh.
If you want, those are my two. I think it was working together. If you go back,
man.
and that's why I'm leaving it there because I'm not going to say anything else. But if you go back to last week's episode with Tommy, Vincent said, Tommy, and Ghost was like, let's say Tariq, and Tommy was like, don't bring up Tariq. And he was like, how do you think I found you?
Yeah, that's what got me.
So Tariq, I think, set up a whole plan.
They didn't finish it, though. He didn't finish the statement, but you got an idea.
Right.
He didn't need to finish nothing else. How you think I found you? That speaks volumes.
But what gets me is why is he so pissed? I mean, like, okay, granted, Ghost, he made some mistakes, but damn, to have that type of deep-seated hate for your father.
Exactly.
Right, you ain't gone through what I went through.
Right, I mean, you grew up in a penthouse with no want for anything. Like, okay, yeah, he did some fucked up shit, granted. Yeah, he made some mistakes, granted, but
the thing is,
you wasn't poor though.
Yeah, you're right. You didn't struggle for nothing, and he covered up your own damn murder. Like,
yeah.
Come on. If that doesn't say he loves you, like Jesus Christ, what the hell else?
But if you've never seen that other side, how would you know?
Right. Yeah.
You've never experienced, not having it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we call him, a spoiled brat or a bitch, because like. There has to be some level of self-awareness, some level of, like, I always tell people, I got into this huge argument in the barbershop about 20 years ago about Fantasia not being able to read as an adult. And I was like, they're like, you don't know her story, she grew up. I'm like, fuck you, she's 21 now. She's old fucking enough to start to learn how to read. Fuck you and your opinion. Until she turns 18, 21, 22. Then she needs to take some accountability. Mm-hmm. At some point, you gotta take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And Tariq gotta take some fucking accountability, goddammit.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, you got your sister killed. Pussy boy.
God,
he was on Instagram like, I got 349 death threats. It was about to be 350.
Dude, you realize it's just a character. It's just a character.
It's never just a character. But shout out to Michael Rainey, the guy who plays Tariq. I know he's getting it like hell.
Oh man, but you know what? He
stepped his game up.
No, for a spinoff.
Yeah.
They're talking about how many spinoffs from this show. He's got to be one of them.
Yeah, and then they did a picture.
Tommy's got to be another one because he saw him drive off.
They did a picture with
Tommy in LA. Oh my god, that's gonna be crazy.
They did a picture with Tommy wearing a hat and said Tommy season 1.
What?
That's gonna be dope.
So we'll see if that's real.
I mean,
the next
episode setting up in LA. Ooh.
The very next one is called Power Book 2 Ghost. I don't know what that means.
Maybe how he comes up. Maybe they do.
That was the rumor. The rumor was they were going to do a spin-off on how like everybody grew up together.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Then the story was it was going to be Tariq.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got the Tommy picture. So I don't know what the fuck Power Book 2. Oh, this is how they fucked it up. They said Power Book 2 Ghost is going to take place 24 hours after Ghost gets killed. So that means it's not a prequel. Mm-hmm. That means it's the next day.
Right.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Either way, we'll see.
So why call it Ghost if it's the next day?
Mm-hmm.
And all I will say about tonight's show is
don't say one word.
No, I don't want to say one word.
Oh Lord.
It doesn't give you an answer.
What, dog?
What? That's too much?
Yes, I don't want to know that.
You don't want to know that?
No, I don't want to know whether or not it's going to give me an answer or not. I want to have that surprise.
What do you want to know?
I want you to stop talking and move on to the next topic because you're about to ruin the show.
Tommy dies. Okay, so
you're an ass.
You're an ass.
Wow.
I just feel we should know. And how long we've been recording, JB?
It's been a little while. It's been a solid 80 minutes.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save our marathon book club review for next week.
I think that's a good idea.
Because that is a lengthy topic that we need to dive into.
Right. Indeed.
But the book we chose, The Way of the Superior Man, you guys can get it on YouTube as an audio book.
It's free.
It's only 5 hours. You can read it 1 hour a day, or listen to it 1 hour a day for the next 5 days, and be ready to talk about it next week. You should. I recommend it. It's a great book. But musically, we have new music out, and I'll do it this way. We have our Pod Name Kickback music playlist. It's available on Apple Music and Spotify, soon to come to Tidal. I'm going to give you an idea of the songs that are on it now. Track 1, Voice to 5'9", Overcomer, featuring Westside Gunn from Griselda. Crazy. Track 2, Future featuring Drake, Life is Good. Track 3, Pop Smoke, Christopher Walken. You could come outside. Okay. Track 4, 2 Chainz featuring Future, Dead Man Walking. Track 5, Eminem featuring Anderson .Paak, Lock It Up. Track 6, Griselda Crew, Dr. Birds. Track 7, Moneybagg Yo and Lil Baby, You Played. Track 8, Meg Thee Stallion, a.k.a. Drea Big Sister, with B.I.T.C.H.
Hey, I'll take that.
Track 9, Yo Gotti, Ho, a.k.a. Heaven on Earth. Track 10, Raekwon from Wu-Tang, Solid Gold. Then Cameron Losing Weight. Then Max B So Cold. Then Redman Slapped the Shit Out You. Roddy Ricch The Box. Her, R&B. Slide Remix featuring Pop Smoke. Lucky Day, Roll Some More Remix featuring Wale and Ty Dolla $ign. Janae Aiko, Pussy Fairy. Division, I was going to DVSN, but Division, Amuse. The Free Nationals, Anderson .Paak's live band, featuring Daniel Caesar, 070 Shake, Guilty Conscience, Russ and Bia, Best on Earth, Gucci Mane, She Miss Me. You get the fucking point, right?
Yeah.
All of the best songs.
Solid lineup.
Yeah.
Solid lineup. You should get the playlist. It's called a Pod Name Kickback Playlist Weekly. Just type in a Pod Name Kickback and select the weekly option on Spotify or on Apple Music. Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon account where you get exclusive content, behind the scenes footage. I was naked in one of the episodes. Make sure you get that.
We're trying to gain followers.
Oh shit! Well, I wasn't. It wasn't me. We have 3 tiers: a $2 a month tier, a $4 a month tier, and a $7 a month tier for exclusive content. Support the kickbackers. Support the kickbackers.
I just want y'all to know that I hear that shit in headphones every Sunday. I just wanted to say that.
It's lovely. It's quite lovely. And a special shout out to our guest, Drea.
Yes,
Nicole.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
This was fun. This was fun. Did
Yes,
you have fun?
I did. I really enjoyed myself.
Good.
Thank y'all for having me.
Good.
F.
Yo,
Appreciate you being here this week.
of course.
It was a crazy show with the whole Kobe thing.
It had a cloud over it.
Yeah,
Like the
it
show
did.
today was not like normal. And I think
Yeah,
that's just
it wasn't
testament
one of
to
our-
what everybody is feeling around the world with the loss of Kobe Bryant.
And maybe it shouldn't have been like that. Maybe
I
this
think,
is what
I
they
think
needed.
it had no choice but to be like this. I mean,
I
you
couldn't
can't
agree more.
have a lively, joyful show with a loss like this.
Yeah, it'd have been disingenuous for us to jump out and try and act like we were all joyful and happy and because that ain't how we feel right now.
God damn.
Yeah. So Dre, you got to come back on the show when.
That's exactly what I was leading
Yeah,
to.
when the temperament
Let's
is a
get
little
into
bit
relationship
livelier.
topics.
Because
This is my favorite.
this one was just sad.
And if the next time we invite you on, somebody else died, then you ain't come back.
Right. I was just thinking that. I was thinking that too. I was like,
So yeah, Dre, we gotta get you back on. We're in our silly mood and we're giggling and drunk and just having the time of our lives. Get you on for one of the episodes and we'll do the relationship topics. Because I want to talk to you about, I really wanted to go into that book, The Way of the Superior Man, because it's all about the relationship between man and himself and man and woman. And I think that it would have been great. I will say this: next week is Super Bowl.
Next week is Super Bowl.
And my birthday's coming up. Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
The 30th.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you a Capricorn or Aquarius?
Oh no, Aquarius.
I said both.
So you said Capricorn first now.
And think about it. So let me think. Aquarius. So you're emotional. Let's see. You can be distant.
Don't get me started on Aries
Preach
now.
Go, keep going, dude. Keep going
You're
now.
emotional. You can be distant.
Oh.
You're creative.
Yeah.
But you're a little. You're socially active, but you're also socially awkward.
Dang. You almost had it.
Ivan.
Oh wow. But it's different for men and women.
Yeah, it's different.
Men and women, Aquariuses are two totally different personalities.
Two totally different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything I said was kind of on.
Yep,
Can't be
for
too
her.
different.
For the most part, yeah.
They ain't totally
But how they're
different.
manifested, I will say, is different. Because you can be socially awkward in a good way and socially awkward in a very bad way.
That is very true. That's very true.
I would have to agree that Aries are socially awkward.
I would agree that they are stubborn, that they are socially awkward.
Oh, you think Aries are socially awkward?
Only because y'all like to argue. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's not socially
You'll
awkward.
never
though.
win. Okay.
But I win most of my
No, you're gonna win, but the other person will never win.
Oh, that's true.
Even if he's wrong, it's still not gonna win.
That's not true.
Like right now, you being socially awkward right now.
No, that's you. That's you.
All right.
Where's that from? Where's that
Some
from?
brother shit.
You're doing it right now.
I don't know.
Hitch.
Yeah.
Hitch.
He was.
It's a movie.
But what did I do wrong? Bro, you doing it
Right now. Oh, in the beginning, when he saw the girl kissing the dude in the truck. I'm like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You doing it right now.
It rolls the window up on it.
Yeah, and get back to kissing, fucking this girl.
That's it.
That's crazy.
horrible.
Jesus.
I can't believe I forgot that part. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies, man. To watch
I can
it.
watch that. I can watch that movie.
I own the DVD. That's how much I like it.
Yeah, I had it saved on Netflix.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Hitch is a classic.
Great.
I might go to see
Oh, we
Hitch
forgot to
tonight.
talk about Bad Boys 3.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
We gotta do that.
Yeah. Gotta do that.
Alright,
Good call, Drea.
so Drea said she brought it up, start off.
Man, it was lit. It was good. I love how they took pieces from the other movies and remixed them and put it all together. It felt good at the end, you know what I mean? So it was a good movie. If you haven't went to go see it, definitely go see that. Will and Martin, they did a good job. They did a good job.
Yeah. I loved it. I
For it
don't
to
know.
not be a
I don't know
Michael
if
Bay.
it was the best one, but it was. Put it like this, you know, any movie series that has a three parts, usually the third one is just trash.
Yeah.
This one not only did it justice, but it closed it out, you know, and at the level that the first two were, and they kept getting better. One was great, two was better, and three, I don't know if I like it more than the second one, but it was right there.
Yeah, it
it
summed
was
it all up.
really close. It summed it up beautifully. I think they did a great job. Shout out to Overbook Productions, Will Smith. He really took that movie, owned it, and I like how they did a tribute to Michael Bay in the movie. Even though he didn't direct it, he was in the movie, so he blessed it.
He was in it?
He was in that scene where they were walking on, I guess, by the water or something. Michael Bay was in the movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so even though he didn't direct it, he was in it. He was part of it. He blessed. I thought that was great. And I think that they did a fantastic job.
JB?
Yeah,
We all went and saw it together.
I love the
premiere night.
movie. I thought it was an excellent script, actually. I thought this was actually the best written of the three movies. Because they just kept doing like classic comedy things. Like they had the running gag throughout the whole. What was a corny ass gay running gag they had? Like, I'm gonna penetrate your soul and heart.
The second one was Wusa.
Right.
The captain. The
Yeah,
captain.
the captain. Oh man.
If you
That
haven't
was
seen that,
amazing.
ooh.
Oh god. It makes you go back and watch 1 and 2 and have a whole new appreciation for it.
I love the movie. It was my favorite of the three. I say that as soon as we saw it, nobody agreed with me, but
I disagree with you, but I can see how you thought that way. There's no, I mean, you have your own opinion about it.
Yeah. I thought the action scenes were better. I thought the storyline was better. I thought the characters were better. I thought the villain was better. Mm-hmm. I thought that Will and Martin did a better job than they did in the other two movies. That one scene where when Will was upset that Martin wouldn't do the thing, and he questioned his loyalty.
Yeah.
And Martin was like, "Nigga, do you know what I blah 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 blah?" Martin was like, "I did blah blah blah."
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah.
Look, if they ain't seen it by now, goddamn.
No.
Well,
Still early.
You ain't seen Power by now.
It ain't come on yet. It comes on
It came out last night.
It comes on in 20 minutes.
Came out last
I
night.
say don't do it. I say don't do
fair
it.
enough, fair enough.
I'm sorry. No
yeah.
spoilers.
And that argument was real to me.
Very real.
Because I can see us having that kind of
Absolutely.
argument.
Yeah.
Like you boys are like I need you to blah blah blah. I can't blah blah blah. Nigga, I have blah blah blah
Right.
for 30 years.
And what did Will say? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Shutting the fuck up now.
Yeah, good point.
That's exactly
That
what
was
you're
a
supposed
real
to say.
ass
As
argument.
real
Yes.
as it gets
And
right there.
they
That's
say
true.
they said they fought for that type of argument.
Okay.
Not no, like no, we're gonna talk some. Like we've been together for 20 years, 25 years. We're gonna have a 25-year argument.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I thought that was gangster. I thought
really
there was some
felt it.
elements of surprise. There's some shit that fuck you up very early
Oh
in
Yeah.
the
my
movie.
God. Oh man.
And
The plot
the
twist.
plot twist.
Yeah.
And this isn't letting it count out the bag, but part 4 is coming.
Yeah, it is.
And remember the
Or
final
you
scene?
think or you know?
I know.
Okay, then
Remember the
it's
final
fine.
scene?
Please.
The final scene?
Oh, yeah. But
That's
yeah.
happening.
Okay.
No, they confirmed it.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
already in the works.
Okay, gotcha.
They were waiting for the first
now,
big numbers.
Now will
I don't know how I feel about
Yes.
okay, they're gonna
Yes.
okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. That's hot.
And
That's hot.
they talked about how they were waiting to see how the audience responded to
Gonna
part
react
4.
to it.
And they did $100 million the first weekend worldwide.
Yeah.
Killed it.
And they already are in production. They had it set up. They're like, if this shit flop, we're going to fall
Shut it
back.
down, right.
But if it does good, we're doing part 4.
Okay.
It
I love
did
it.
great.
I love it.
So they're definitely doing
Got it.
part 4.
Cool.
I like movies like that. I'll tell you why. Because I always look at the characters, especially on the podcast, and I compare them to me and JB. And I was like, Mac Lowry, Marcus Burnett. I always do that whenever there's movies like that.
You know what this has to feel like? It has to feel like the Fast and the Furious series. When like it just kept going, you were like waiting for it to fall off, and every single one that came out was like, okay. Like now they're up to like 8. Like Fast
It
and
don't
Furious.
quite feel that way to me because there was like 17 years after the first one. And
Yeah.
then-
Well, I'm
and then
talking
25
about
years or something.
in the success of what I think is going to be a
Yeah.
long-term series of
I
films
believe part
around the
4
same
can be
thing.
the best one ever.
I honestly don't think
Because
they should
of
do
the
it.
new
I believe
edition.
it could be.
Because of the
I
new
believe-
edition,
exactly.
I believe part 4 could be the best
But
one.
that said, it would lead to a part 5, and then that said it would lead to
I'm
a part
with you.
6.
I'm with
So
you.
that's what
And I
I'm saying.
think
The
Will
correlation
Martin
between the
did
Fast
that
and
too.
Furious, like the Fast and Furious series, after the first one, we didn't know that it was going to be a second, but then it had spin-offs, and it just all worked.
You ever see the Hobbs and whatever movie?
I haven't seen it
No,
yet.
I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it.
it.
I haven't
Nah,
seen
I
it.
haven't either.
I want to see it though.
I don't want to see it.
I don't wanna see it.
Because they're coming out with another one, a Fast and the Furious 9.
Yeah.
And they're in production right now. Like
And Tyrese is in it?
all of them are in it.
Oh, so Tyrese got over
Got
his...
over his little.
Yeah, all of them are in it.
Did you
Cause
talk to Tyrese and calm him down?
I did. I told him
Good
he need
job,
to chill out
good
and
job.
just get that money, you
Good
know?
job. Well, thank you for tuning in to A Pod Named Kickback this week. Be sure to follow us on all social media at A Pod Named Kickback, at A Pod Named Kickback, at A Pod Named Kickback. Drea, where can they find you?
They can find me at Drea, that's OHSODREA on Instagram. And follow my lash page as well, shop.stack on IG.
Hey.
Boom.
Hey.
So we will be back next week. Our live show will be on Saturday because it's Super Bowl Sunday. But for the rest of you, the episode will be on Monday morning. We'll make sure we do some Patreon Super Bowl footage for you. When are you watching the Super Bowl?
Don't know. Was just talking to Jeremy about that earlier. Don't know.
Y'all are welcome to come. My mom told me it's about to be crazy. It's going to be so much food, big screen.
Oh, wait.
I'm
Y'all
at my
smart?
parents' house.
Hey,
Oh.
that sounds
They
like
got a theater.
So that's the plan. Oh, shit. That's
That's
the plan. There's going to be food and shit, too?
It's going to be
Man,
hella
we think-
food.
Oh, shit. Well, I know what I'm going to be.
Yeah, I
Now
know.
it's a drive.
It is gonna be a
It's
drive.
a little light.
That's the only thing.
We'll ride with JB.
Oh,
Ain't gonna drive for me.
Wow.
But you're definitely gonna have fun.
Got the new whip out there, I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I normally take off Super Bowl Monday.
I don't. I can't.
I normally do. I don't think I'm gonna do it this year.
Yeah. Too much
But
to do.
I normally exactly. I normally take off Super Bowl Monday. But that's when I have like 6 weeks of leave for the year.
Mm-hmm.
We good old corporate days. But when you open it, in the process of opening your own agency and running your own business, you don't get those kind of days off.
Nope.
So, who you got in the Super Bowl?
Kansas City.
The Chiefs.
I'm going for the Chiefs because I'm going for black quarterback.
I'm scared of San Francisco though. I'm scared.
But I don't know how anybody can beat San Francisco. I'm going for the Chiefs black quarterback. I said it from the beginning. I'm going for everybody black. But I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, they
That's the 49ers?
Yeah.
Okay.
They know some things on there.
I don't know nothing about Kansas City, so I'm.
They got a black quarterback. That's all we need to know.
Oh, that's all you worried about? Okay.
Yeah, he black.
Okay, yeah.
Enough said.
I'm just happy the Patriots are not going, okay?
Hey!
Shout out to that.
There
How
you
about
go.
that?
There is that.
So we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. And we're going to do our Kobe tribute.
Hey, look at that. A black Kobe jersey. I never seen that shit before. That was crazy. Anyway, sorry.
So we can get out here with our Kobe tribute on 1, 2, 3. Let's do a Mamba out. And then we'll see y'all next week. 1, 2, 3. Mamba out.
Alrighty.
That is so